Hello everyone and welcome to another virtual pet video. In this video we're going to be unboxing and taking a look at the Geordie and Tamagotchi collaboration. So unlike the other Nano collaborations, I don't know anything about the source material here at all. I just really like the Tamagotchi Nanos, as you can probably tell from my previous videos, and I wanted to collect them all. But I have no idea what Geordie is other than someone from Newcastle, or this dragon thing. Apparently, is he a dinosaur or a dragon? I don't know, but I love him so much. So I got the version that came with this cute little case because I like cute little cases, and I like how it's just a head with like a pencil attached to one of his spikes horn thing. I don't know, but I absolutely adore this little friend. So I'm going to unbox him so I can know more about this little Geordie character. So pretty straightforward, it's just in the usual Tamagotchi Nano packaging. The only difference for this one being it is Korean. It was only released in Korean, so that makes it unique in that way. And the instruction book, I'm going to gather, is also in Korean. But hey, look at that cute little face. Can't say no to that cute little face. Yep, it's entirely in Korean, which I don't know anything about the Korean language. Honestly, if I decide to pick up another language once I'm done with learning Japanese, I'll probably pick up Korean. But at the moment, I do not know any Korean. So let's get this started. So the usual Nano design. It's got its little push button there rather than the screws. And again, it's hard to see the screen completely because of the light box. So I guess sorry about that. So yeah, let's pull out the tab. So let's set the time. What is the time? A very good question. It is 6:02 in the evening. And yes, I am struggling to get a good view. That's terrible. That's somewhat better. Let's go with that. It is 6:02 p.m. Let's make it 6:03. And there's our starting animation. Looks like a fossil. And it's a little Geordie friend in a fossil. And he's adorable. I love him. See, I don't know why, but I'm straight away getting Dinky Dino vibes. When I say I don't know why, I'm pretty sure I do know why. He is a dinosaur and the Dinky Dino is a dinosaur. So yeah, oh, I can't read Korean, it's in Korean. I'm going to assume that's food, and I'm going to assume that that is non-snack, like meal. So let's feed him the meal, which looks like rice balls, but it's probably the... what's the Korean variant? Which is like, I think it's eaten at certain festivals, I think. But it reminds me of onigiri, but it's not. Unless it is, because that's very much an onigiri on the case. Second one is an apple. And then what are our... I'm assuming that one's games? Tonic something. What do I do in this game? I don't know, he's just writing. Do I have to press button? Oh, it's button mashing. Okay. It is the button mashing Tamagotchi Nano game, which is usually my favourite because it requires no effort from me. And despite me not clicking anything for the first like couple of seconds of that, apparently I did well. And what is the other game? I'm assuming there's... Nope, there are 6 games. That is a lot for a Tamagotchi Nano. Okay, this one's like a... Okay, it's one of those ones where you have to like collect and dodge obstacles depending on what the obstacle is. But yeah, I apologize for not knowing any Korean at all. Now I know how like... Oh, it's another button mashing one. That's weird. It has 2 button mashing ones. But the animation's different at least. And this one, he is swimming. Usually in the Tamagotchi Nanos, the amount of games you play and the amount of perfect games you play help decide and determine what evolution path you'll get. So I guess that's kind of cool that there's lots of games, because that might mean there's lots of different possibilities. Oh, is this like I saw a music note at the end of that title. Is this one you've got to click on the buttons? Yep, it is. See, all the games look like just what we already have from the other Tamagotchi Nanos, and sort of follow that pattern, which is nice. I like when they're sort of super simple and quick games rather than the ones on the Tamagotchi Connection series and the Keitai Tama and the N-Tama and all of those releases. Those games last forever, aren't particularly fun, and I feel like you don't get enough, like, for the amount of time you put into them, you don't get much out of them, especially the Japanese releases of the Connection. Yeah, I now know how people who play Japanese Tamagotchis and don't really know Japanese feel. Like, okay, I was meant to press buttons there. Okay, so this is the same as the timing one, the same as the one on the Demon Slayer Hashira Gathering, and I was also really bad at that one. No, I did terribly. I'm really sorry, my little Geordie friend. And then I guess the last one is this one. Ah, slots. Oh, that's terrible. But I feel like this one's a unique one. I can't think of any other. Oh, I know, I did well. Oh, yay. Oh, it's giving me another try, okay. Oh, nope. Terrible. Yeah, I don't feel like I recall this one being on any of the other Tamagotchi Nanos. Looks like a face. Oh. So you've got to get a line of 3, but because I did once, it was happy. And of course there's the time, and what is that? That is, I'm guessing that's sound on or off maybe? No, I think that just registered as me pressing A maybe. And that's the C idle animation, which usually sort of functions as a status check to see if your Tamagotchi's happy or not. And I'm assuming that the sound is this one. So that's on and off. Yeah. So yeah, I'm struggling a little bit with the language barrier because, yeah, as I said, do not know any Korean. Maybe one day I'll learn Korean, but today is not that day. Would not even know where to start. Apparently the language is super easy to, like, you can learn the written language fairly quickly, but it looks like it's hard to learn, and I haven't even started to open the case packaging. So I'm just going to use my friendly scissors here to cut off this tape so it's easy for me, but I'm apparently struggling with it because they've used like some industrial grade tape which isn't succumbing to my scissors. There we are. Alright, so let's get the case out, which is kind of cute like the Good Dad Hama case. So you kind of just slot it in and have the keychain slide through, which I'm apparently failing to do. There we go. What I'm noticing is this case feels a lot harder than the Good Dad Hama one, which kind of like squishes down a lot. This one is kind of harder. I would say it's because of these being kind of solid. It's not super squishy, but other than that, fairly cute. I feel like we don't get a lot of chain once we've tucked it through the case because the case is fairly massive, but yeah, it's pretty cute. I do like the Tamagotchi Nano, as I mentioned. Literally every time I bring out a Tamagotchi Nano, I just say, I just really like the Tamagotchi Nanos. I feel like they're neat. But yeah, so that is the Geordie Tamagotchi, so I'm going to be hanging out with this little friend for a little while. Hopefully the language barrier doesn't like impact it too much. I'm enjoying it so far. Hey, it has the super easy game, which is the button mashing game, and it has that twice, so I can't do too badly. And yeah, so I'll just be hanging out with my little friend for a little while. And thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.